Distinguished senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Mohammed Yahya, with the Chief of the Staff. You are welcome, sir.
It's indeed my pleasure to come to this noble place, the headquarters of the Nigerian Air Force, for us to pay this courtesy call on our own Air Marshal Sadiq Baba Ubakar, Chief of the Air Staff, and members of his senior management on a courtesy for us to, first and foremost, thank Allah for giving us him and all of you in this capacity at this level in Nigeria. And secondly, for us to specially thank the Chief of the Air Staff for deciding to take the forwarding base of the Nigerian Air Force to Gombe. And I believe that choice is not by accident, it's by design, and it's by providence. And we must thank him for choosing to get to Gombe at this point, because we all know the current situation that Nigeria is going through, especially the northeast sub-region. The centrality of Gombe within the midst of the northeast, sharing boundary with all the other 5 states of the northeast, makes it very, very strategic for not only the Nigerian Air Force, but for anything to do with the northeast, because reaching to any of the other states doesn't take you more than 2.5 to 3 hours at best, at least to the state capitals. And for that reason, we have relationships that transcend back to history. And those relationships, social, economic, political, and otherwise, have made us to be our brothers' keepers over time. We all know that even for independence days, we are all in the northern Nigeria and eventually to the northern region, and to the states that were created. Even on creation, the whole of the 5 states were under the northeastern states, the 6 states, and eventually they now grew to become 6 states. So that centrality really makes it an advantage. And even though it has that advantage, it really goes with a lot of responsibilities, which Gombe has been shouldering, which Gombe has been doing, and we will continue to do, because we have to be our brothers' keepers. So little wonder then that the chief, being from Bauchi, knowing fully how the terrain is, and knowing fully the advantages of citing the Air Force location or base in Gombe, really, is really apt and is really going to be of help for the security management of the whole of northeastern sub-region, and indeed for the whole of the country, because outside the northeast, we have boundaries with 3 other countries: Cameroon, Chad, and Niger Republic. So this relationship between us makes us to be vulnerable and makes us to also have to be apt in order to prepare and plan for our own protection and the safety of our people. We all know that without security, nothing will work in the country. So our desire or plan and ambition to advance our people will not be attained until we are really secured. And that is why I want to thank you, the Chief, and to give you further assurance so that you can boost your morale, and not only your own, but those of your subordinates who are up and doing, who are giving you the support for you to deliver on this mandate that God has given you. That is why the very day the request got to us, we allocated 230 hectares of land, which you may rarely find in some other states. But at least for us, even today, we are ready to receive you, to give you a place to start work, and we shall be cooperating with you over time so that you will attain this very good and noble objective in order to secure our people. Furthermore, Gombe State is really blessed with a lot of solid minerals, with a lot of, including oil and gas. Of recent, I believe you must have been aware that there is a big oil find in Gombe and Bauchi, and that oil block spills over to the rest of the northeastern sub-region. So because of that and other solid minerals that are already situated in the whole of the region, there is an attraction for inflow of people. That inflow naturally goes with other disadvantages of having, to contend with people that may have criminal intention that can attempt to, cause confusion in the ways and lives and manners of our people. So the presence of the Nigerian Air Force will naturally give us the boost that we need in order to socially, manage the relationships of our people and administratively help them, to take them out of the current bondage that all our people are. We cannot do anything until we are able to secure the lives and properties of the people. And I believe that is the number one principal objective of the Nigerian Air Force, and in fact the whole government, to give protection to both lives and property of the people. So we are ready and ever ready to give you that support so that you attain this objective too. The availability of mineral resources naturally comes with some conflict in terms of resource management. And that one too, I think the Nigerian Air Force can help us in doing. Luckily for us, the technical know-how is already established or owned by the Air Force, but at least Gombe too has recently set up a geographic information system that is very robust, that can equally partner with you in order to identify such and manage it. Our boundaries, especially with Bauchi at the Alkaleri end, with Akko, and Taraba, Karim Lamido and Shongom, are mountainous, and they operate as hideouts for criminals. And I believe criminals with those tendencies of kidnapping or ransom taking and the banditry that somehow, if not well managed, could degenerate to reach that level at Zamfara at the moment, I think can be curtailed by the time you properly take off and you help in managing the security. And we hope and pray that when you come to do it, you will get the cooperation of not only the government, but the people. And that we guarantee you, because our relationship with the people is very robust. You'll never come to us and find that somebody will come and claim that that land is his own. You'll never come to us and find that people are arguing that they need to be given something special before they give you what it takes for you to put up your best and manage the security of not only Gombe, but the whole of the northeastern sub-region. We want to take this opportunity to thank you, the Chief of the Air Staff, for all that you have been doing. I know you've been managing your forces and the relationships with all the other states. Maybe Gombe is the latter one, but Gombe will naturally be a better host because of the interrelationships that we have all along between us and the rest of us. We thank you very much.
We are very excited that you could spare some time to be here with us. We want to welcome you most sincerely, Your Excellency. I want to also assure you, and by extension assure the people of the Northeast, that the Nigerian Air Force, working with other security agencies, will continue to do everything humanly possible to ensure that the Northeast is secured, not only the Northeast, but indeed the entire country. I know we are familiar with what we have gone through in 2015 Boko Haram was in Ashaka a number of times. Boko Haram attempted to enter even Gombe a number of times. And some of the times, I recall one day our fighter aircraft was calling from Yola in order to dissuade them from going into Gombe itself. The Nigerian Air Force in the last 5 years has flown about 26,200 hours, 9 minutes, all to protect the people of the Northeast. In the Northeast particularly, that is Operation Lafia Dole, 26,200 hours, 9 minutes. Prior to the advent of President Buhari, there were only 2 units, 2 Nigerian Air Force units in the whole of the Northeast. One located in Yola, and the other one located in Gombe, in Maiduguri. Today, we have virtually Air Force unit in all the states in the Northeast. We have the Special Operations Command that is headquartered in Bauchi. Sometimes next week, we hope to flag up the construction of aircraft hangar in Bauchi to support aircraft maintenance. We also have the reference hospital in Bauchi and the 10 a composite group, 101 composite group, that is equally located in Bauchi. Apart from Bauchi, we have also established a small outfit in Damaturu, in Yobe State, to allow us have a wider reach for our aircraft, particularly helicopters, to be able to refuel. And in Taraba State, we have a quick response unit that is located in Gembu at the height of farmers' herders clashes. About 2 years ago, we established a special forces unit that has been adding value to what is going on. So from what I have said, you can see that we are virtually everywhere. We are in Adama, we are in Maiduguri. We have upgraded the units in Maiduguri. We have a hangar facility now. Rather than flying out of Borno to come and do maintenance, we can do maintenance within Maiduguri itself. So, Your Excellency, we are highly committed to ensuring that our people are secured, because we believe, just like you mentioned, without security there can be no development. I assure you that our team are going to return back to Gombe tomorrow. They will continue their work. The platforms that we are hoping to get deployed to Gombe will be arriving latest by October. So we have a lot of work to do so that we can get the infrastructure required in place at the airport, and also, with your support, get temporary accommodation while we are working to provide accommodation for the personnel that will be deployed to Gombe. We are already putting together the list of personnel. And of course, like with other operational units, we hope to have a special force unit that will protect the assets that we are deploying to Gombe. So you have another special force unit that will be there that will not only protect our assets, but will add value to the general security situation in Gombe. In time, certainly, like with other bases, we'll have a medical facility and a school. So I think that is what the package is. And I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that, like I said, we'll do everything humanly possible to ensure that we are secured with land. We want to thank you for the 230 hectares of land. That is the fastest. I was surprised when I was told that as the team was there, the land was already issued. So this clearly shows how committed His Excellency is to ensuring that not only the people of Gombe, but indeed the entire Northeast is secured. And I want to assure you that we will continue to work hard. Nigeria is destined to be great, and no individual or group of individuals can interfere with that process. The Nigerian Air Force, working with other security agencies, will work around the clock to ensure that the territorial integrity and national sovereignty of Nigeria is not undermined by any group of individuals. So I want to thank you once more for coming. And I assure you that, like I said, we'll move as quickly as possible to ensure that all that we require is in place before the arrival of the platforms we are expecting by end of October. Thank you once more for coming, Your Excellency, and I wish you a safe flight back to Gombe.
Thank you, sir. May I request His Excellency to sign this Next is the group photograph with His Excellency and the Chief of the Staff. Also, yes, sir.
For us, we see, and naturally it is so, security is the main bedrock on which social development is built. And you are all aware of the challenges Nigeria is facing, especially in terms of security at the northeastern sub-region. And the centrality of Gombe State makes it to be of advantage in terms of siting military facilities and in terms of managing any crisis whatsoever that can befall the nation in that angle. And in that regard, Gombe State is partnering with the Nigerian Air Force. And as I've mentioned, on request, we already provided a parcel of land totaling 230 hectares, which is quite enough for the Nigerian Air Force to put up its base and to put up all the management structures that it needs for it to give protection to lives and property in the north. It's really very bright. We've been managing, so far, I think in the northeast, Gombe State is the only state that has a ministry for internal security and ethical orientation. And we shall partner with the Nigerian Air Force so that together we can cover the state and cover the entire northeast in terms of provision of security and social services to the people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.